Okay, let's begin the session. And I can see more numbers are entering to the trading room. This session. Okay, good. So today I'm going to discuss two things. Where first the market outlook and the course content. So for the month of April, I want you guys to focus on the order flow clearance because order flow clearance is one of the strategy which a lot of my students uses, and it's really simplified the entire uh, trading where the way you look at a chart will change. I can assure that. Okay, so now let's go into the session. This COVID-19 have revealed many weaknesses in the current global system. Where literally, like a lot of individual, even like those who are watching, you would have realized that how important to have a saving emergency fund. Like a lot of people were really suffering because there was no really emergency fund if they're unemployed or if this kind of uncertainties happens. Not many have a really good reserve. So when I see like a lot of people are living day to day where they literally need a cash flow. If the cash flow is being disturbed, literally they got stuck. So this lockdown, I believe it really teach a lot of people to that you need an emergency fund and you need a solid saving. So this is the individual level where you're realizing and then you are trying to design your life and your family for better in future. Now, this is for individual. What is the globally as an investor, as a trader? How can you capitalize the changes that are taking place, which is already taking place, and how can you take advantage? Despite our accumulated experience in crisis management, still the virus has been able to isolate us in our homes. So, I mean, we are evolved with so high tech and so much of technologies and everything. Still, we can't really handle the situation. But this is not going to repeat again and again because humans are a species that can evolve very fast, and we will find a solution for everything. So the first thing that you should take charge, I mean, uh, take into consideration is there will be a shift in a balance of world power where the scale will tip more towards China and the Asian countries will recover before the US. So what I see is in this scenario, China have made a proactive move, and they're really leading at the point where US is taking the peak in coronavirus outbreak, and whereas China already back to operation and they're handling the entire market now. So by the time US recover and get back to the track, China already leading, and the production. And if you see the GDP, their world GDP, Chinese GDP is controlling almost 25 to 26%, and that's before coronavirus. But now I believe it's going to take a major share, and most of the production is from China. So if China is going to lead, probably you can look into most of the Chinese related stocks and, and Chinese related startups, which are going to boom so much faster. So that's the one idea that I picked up from this, where it's no more US, but we can't really ignore the dollar, US dollar, but it's going to be Chinese renminbi going to take major role after this. So that there's going to be another shift where we just completed the 100-year cycle, and I think there's no country really control for rest of in the history. So everyone has their turn, and I believe the first part, like myself, I'm living in the mid of my lifetime. Like I'll really live like half of my life. There's another half of life. Probably the half of life is the dollar control, US dollar, and the half is going to be Chinese renminbi control. So we have to take this into consideration. Okay, that's the first thing. Second, if you see this US top 52 top stocks, one of the stock which never really got affected in this coronavirus impact is Amazon. So if you see Amazon, they did not really make a huge correction. It was like from 2,100 it dropped to 2,000 1,700, where it's about 600 points. Yeah, 600, yeah, or 500 points. But that was recovered very fast. Why they could recover very fast compared to other companies? Because they have literally automated the entire thing, and it's automated and it's a scalable business. So after this, you want to invest your money, you got to focus on a highly automated production infrastructure will save energy and not only lower production costs, but also improve quality. The resulting reduction in human working hours will help us maintain better health and will allow businesses to carry on without interruptions should a crisis hit again. Like as a business owner, now a lot of people will be thinking this incident will wake up a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners that I should not rely on my employees and I should automate my business as much as possible so that if at all another situation happens in the future, my business operation will be carry on. Because this current interruption, the lockdown, literally have interrupted the economy, and a lot of small medium business enterprise are stuck, and probably even our lockdown from in Malaysia, even the lockdown removed or they lift the lockdown in May, which they said early of May, but I see it can be extended up to mid May or end of May. And even they leave the lockdown, do you think the economy will recover so fast? No, it's going to take some time, probably like 3 months or 4 months. A lot of small, let's visualize a burger seller. Probably this guy is living week to week or month to month, and you have not much saving, So in this scenario, they are stopped from doing business, and a lot of small medium business are stopped, and these guys will be using their reserve to sustain. And a lot of people, middle class people, are struggling because they're over leveraged and not much enough saving. So they already depleted their saving, and now when the economy start back, the business owners need to find the resources and start selling back, and the spending power would not be there immediately. So it's going to take some time where people need to get employed, and they need to start spending money. So the economy will not rebound immediately. So it's going to take some time. And I'm looking into a stocks which how automated it is. Now you see, let me show you a pattern. You see all the businesses which is automated, kind of like semi-automated. Amazon, look at the stock value. Facebook, okay. Alibaba, which is a scalable business. Google, Alphabet, okay. Netflix, okay. Which Visa, I think is going to be very profitable after this. And Zoom. Tesla, which is more in tech. Microsoft. Now, Apple, I still believe it's involved of the humans in the production, and this kind of big companies will try to automate because they're seeing how come Amazon in this scenario they were so so powerful, and they did not really get hit badly in this scenario. So as a small business owner, I myself thinking, I'm looking, okay, now I should scale my business. It should be in the internet and should be scalable, and at the same time should be automated. So we must try to reduce as much as relying on human capacity and try to automate as much. This is good for businesses, but it's not good for a lot of citizens, because third world country, they rely on manual and massive manufacturing. Okay, that's the second thing. Third, Increased confidence in technology, technical performance, and online payment sector are causing a change in customer behavior away from traditional method. This forces us to adapt to new trends such as working from home and move towards a future that could be free brick and mortar offices at large. Now, guys, I mean, a lot of entrepreneurs and the business owners thinking like, most of the business, if I can operate from work from home, why should we have so much of overhead, the leverage? Now, a lot of companies are collapsing now because of overhead, because they need to have a lot of space for the people to work and everything. If at all, I can just provide a laptop for my staff and they can work from home. Literally, I can squeeze better productivity from them in the longer hour and less overhead. So whether this question will be in a lot of people's mind, whether can we do our business from work from home, but this current situation really have tested this reality that it's possible to do the business from work from home, and a lot of people will be shifting their business model after this, and I see more retrenchment to come in the near future, and people will be forced to do online business, so people will be forced to do a lot of online related businesses. Okay, so if the number 3 point, if you see the Zoom video, now since we are using Zoom and you see that the stock was started at $60, it rallied up to 106, and the price dropped back to $60. A lot of people picked up price and it traded under $65. Now the price is over here. If you want to start accumulate, you can accumulate at from $85 to $100 this area, where it has a high chance to appreciate even higher because it's just newly launched. Okay. So this kind of a tech related companies would be start picking up, and we see MasterCard, because people will be using more online purchases, and banks will transform in their operation where everything should be online. Where, because I think last week I went to bank, there was like not much people there, and their operations, I believe personally, operations will shrink further, and maybe the banks would not be able to get back to the full form like what they did past 100 years. Fourth, there will be a long-term decrease in business travel due to the emergence of video conferencing tool, with the high net worth individuals preferring to travel via private jet as opposed to first class air travel. So those who are super rich are no more traveling in the business classes. And if you see these companies, I mean, I believe you guys know price action. This drop in Boeing, it's not this kind of drop in Amazon, This Boeing drop is telling us something that probably in the future we may not see the 452 in near term. So I'm seeing like there are going to be a lot of hovering in Boeing, and that only is going to pick up. So this shows that the airline industry, it's not going to immediately boom, and even like after they remove the lockdown and people already trained to work from home, they don't need to travel and give the expertise. So this is what I see the changes, and do not go and accumulate airline stocks like some guys were saying AirAsia is cheap. I mean, you can buy for the sake of, you want to say that you own AirAsia, but it's not going to revive immediately. Okay, that's my view. And yes, David, you say medical stocks. Yes, I'm coming to that shortly. Okay, number 5, governments will introduce e-services throughout the region. And if you see in Middle East, they should leverage the UAE's experience in developing e-services, which have continued to serve residents throughout the pandemic, including courts, immigration, passport services, ministries, and other various institutions. So they are going to be like literally, we can do everything from our house. Like we can get our attend a court meeting, and then passport services, meetings, a lot of things we're going to do from home. So a lot of things going to be in this mode after this, because it's less overhead and more productive. And I don't probably automobile. And I just want to include here, automobile might deplete also. Why do I need to buy a car? I literally can do everything from online. And if I need to use transport from one place to another place, I just need to travel. I can use Grab or Uber or use public transport. And a lot of people are going to use public transport in future. Remember that, because the production and I see automobile could be going to get hit badly also, because this lockdown have really taught the world a lot of things. Okay. Number 6, governments, business leaders, and companies will allocate more budget for investing in healthcare. Yes, Mr. David, I'm covering that. And healthcare products after discovering the gaps of the global system while fighting the coronavirus. More tech startups will emerge with a creative application. Actually, if you see my Facebook, I did invest on healthcare companies, which I made a good profit on the stocks. And you see, try to look at this. Let's see weekly chart. Look at this. So that more people are investing on this, and you can see the people are buying it, and I don't see the price. I mean, it looks like it's going to go up immediately, but I only want to take position if it drop back to this area, then I will take advantage. So I do see you want to invest, what you can do is probably you can go to this website. Okay, let me show you. It's called Simply. How about oil? Long term, okay. Simply Wall Street. Okay, you can click Malaysia. Right, guys, after this, I'll be covering stock market, US stock market, Malaysian stock market, and currency trading, because I see, in fact, it's a wake-up call for me also that past 3 months, because I never really seen a recession. I never really experienced a recession, because when I started my career it was 2010. Now, past 3 months, there was a recession indication, and there was a huge volatility. And I see the currency was very volatile, and like movement of 1,300 pips in 1 hour, like the movement of 1,000 pips in 5 minutes, all that really have caused a lot of damages. And when I reflect back, how can I sustain the industry is to diversify our portfolio to stock market and other instruments. So, in fact, those who are our price action students, PhD students, I want you guys to pick up this also, that there was actually a lot of opportunity in the stock market, and we can do a day trade and we can diversify, increase our revenue. Okay, so you go to Malaysia, you can choose any country. So you can go to health, pharmaceutical, and biotech. So just click this one. Okay, you have to read this. This is one of the value investing software that I am using it. Now this stock, okay, there's no information. Okay, let's click this one. Diopharma Biotech. No information. Let's go to US. This one not so reliable. Malaysia. Just 1 minute. So these are the interruption working from home, where your kids will be disturbing. So, and people, I believe people will be used to that. Where while you are doing a conference call, your kids will be crossing over, they make noise. I think we'll be used to that soon. Okay. So healthcare, yes. Okay, let's look at this one. Medtronic. So Medtronic develop, manufacture, distribute, and sells device-based medical therapies to hospitals, physician, clinical. Okay. So look at these stocks. The fair value is under $11. It's being sold at $100. Not much undervalue, but it's okay. You can look into buy this. And how about this stock? Anthem. Okay, Anthem. Through the subsidiaries operate health benefit company in the United States. Look at the undervalue. Wow, this is good. The fair value is actually almost $991, but the current price is $242, literally 75% cheaper from the real value, intrinsic value. So if you look at this and you're buying something undervalued and which has a potential, and you can go into this kind of stocks. Okay, this is one thing, and let's look at another company. Okay, let's look at Singapore. Let's see Singapore. Singapore, yes. Health. Healthcare. Raffles Medical Group. The fair value is $1.13. Current price 84 cents. If you feel like, it's 25% cheaper, I want to position myself, you can buy this kind of stocks. So there's actually few places we can buy this kind of stocks. First is, I'm not making any recommendation here. There's a lot of US regulated broker. Guys, I'm recommending guys to go to US regulated because even a few other countries regulation, I don't know how safe is the money. US regulation, like Interactive Broker, Think or Swim, and a few other famous broker, you can go for that. But the leverage they offer is like 1 to 4, 1 to 1 leverage. So literally you can. Okay, I think there was some just continue in that. Okay. Is it a recording? Just update me. Is the session being recorded? Yeah. Okay. Good. So, so these are the things that you can look into it, and if you want to invest in long-term, look healthcare companies where you can search under this platform. Simply Warm. It's just free and 14 days free. Then after that, you can just and what you can do. There's something called Discover tab here. Click that. It actually a different variety, like buy the dip. They actually collect all the data and show you and forecast high growth, potentially undervalue, and huge earning growth, dividend rocks, upcoming dividends, consumer cyclical stock, defensive stock, aggressive stock. Let's say you click aggressive stock, they already analyze and put it here. And if you put the entire world, global, so they will gather all the stocks which is considered aggressive stock, and they'll explain to you over here. Halaluz Kingdom. What is this? Operate a renewable electricity and gas retailer. And how about this one? Is it undervalued? Valuation. Okay, it's not stated here. How about this one? Haifu Payment. Limited provide third-party payment services in mainland China. So anything with China is going to boom. And look at this. The fair value is a Hong Kong dollar $36. It's being sold at $2.21. So it's literally 94% undervalued. And if you buy this kind of stocks, you have so much of potential. All you need is from $2, it back to $22. You make 1,000% growth on this. And this is one of our good stocks, which I think we have to look into it. Okay, coming back to the presentation. And number 7, trust in local governments. This article is more related to Middle East, to increase. But due to strong defensive measures taken to control the pandemic, central bank have injected a large sum of financial institutions and offered unprecedented exemption that were not provided before. Literally myself, you see, how the current government is taking care of the people, which we never seen the help reach out the people. I don't know whether the help reach out really to the core ground or not, but the help is being very fast. Everyone is taking charge and everyone is contributing and collaborating together to help each other. And I see a lot of rich people are donating. All that is good, but literally our perception about the government is changing. And generally, this is going to take place everywhere in the world. Number 8, There'll be a social change that recognizes the side of the life that we might have been too busy to acknowledge before. The international community has joined together in a global empathy to stand united. Philanthropic initiatives have been created, and humanitarian aid offered as billionaires donated millions of dollars to help save people. Like even a lot of people are raising money to give goods and groceries to those who are like a B40 category. All that it's a good effort that we can see. We are back to normal where early we were so busy with our work, so busy chasing after wealth. Now things have been balanced, and we are more doing a reflection. Okay, and number 9, the positive impact that the pandemic has had on our environment will last. NASA and the ESA both found that there had been a drop in nitrogen dioxide in parts of China and Italy in March. Meanwhile, the Center of International Climate Research in Oslo estimates there will be a 1.2 decline in carbon dioxide emission in 2020 using global GDP forecast for OECD. So literally, I think the nature has its own way of resetting and balancing the damage that we have caused to the nature by placing all of us in lockdown. And I see a lot of pictures that elephant crossing in Johor, and there's a wild boar in Italy. So all this is really, shocked to see. Okay, and this is another good industry that we need to look where the education system will transform with schools closing in 188 countries all over the world, according to UNESCO. Homeschooling program have started to take effect. This has allowed parents to help developing their children's skills and discovering that. See, another one though is a lot of people already like even before the COVID, a lot of people like have a negative input about the education, where having a college degree is not going to help me. They straight away to going to business. Now, that really have not affected the colleges and their business model. But now, a lot of college could be closed down, and people want to study online. And literally, homeschooling business will pick up heavily. You want to invest in a homeschooling businesses. This is very good. And let's look homeschooling businesses. Education. Is there any portfolio education or not? Let's look at that. Education. Education. The real estate, no, household, healthcare, consumer energy. So we have to look into businesses that related to homeschooling. I believe it's going to pick up heavily after this. Udemy, yes, correct. Udemy and this kind of business is going to pick up. And I don't know whether you can invest in Udemy or not. So any questions so far? And anyone have any input that we missed out any of the industry that you think it might pick up? David, you were mentioning soybean just now. Why soybean, bro? The lockdown, a lot of people are going to consume soybean. Yeah, I can, I can see your message, but I can't read that. It will be recorded. Okay. Yeah. How about others? What's your input? What are the industries that you guys think that will boom? You see most active stocks, Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Tesla, Boeing, JP Morgan, all the banks, I doubt. Facebook, more people going to sell their product over the Facebook. The algo, the Facebook shares will increase, I believe. And Alibaba, a lot of people will be focusing on Alibaba. Guys, look at this. It's under $96. It has a potential to go even further. It might reach like few $1,000s in future. And Netflix has a potential. Zoom, MasterCard, Starbucks, PayPal. Okay, so all this has a potential. So any other input? How about others? Do you guys have it related? IT related. Oh, okay. IT related. Like what, bro? Cloud services. That's very good. So you can actually start doing some research regarding a cloud services, which is high potential. Like one of my friend, I think our friend over here, Ganesh, he works in Touch. So yeah, he did mention to me in Japan, the refrigerator, there's a egg, the egg plate. The refrigerator can sense out of 12 or 1,000 of egg, if it's already reduced 6, it will automatically order through Lazada or through whatever platform, and they will deliver automatically to our house. So literally, you don't need to plan your groceries; it's automated and business intelligent. Yes, like what, bro? Logistics. Okay, no, you see, a lot of people are using Lala Pay, Lala Move, and Grab to deliver their products, everything. Yes, that industry will boom. A lot of people are selling their product through online deliveries. So this is one. And in fact, I need to mention David have stated condom business will increase. So I don't know, probably you could see something that. Happy David, I mentioned your input already. So these are the industries that a lot of people are anticipating, which is good. Any other industries that you guys think that, yeah, to MCO? Any other industries? Input. How about commodities? Do you think gold price, silver price, oil price all will go up? No. Why? Bro, your mic working or not? Can I give you the mic? I see you are more knowledge. No. Okay. So I think it's shy. Okay. So let's if there's no questions, let's go into the okay, just want to share. Take down this website name, bro. Home. Simply Walls. Can you guys see? One of a good website which I see you can do a lot of research. Okay. 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 One stocks which I am looking to buy. Banks. Okay. Trios Financial Corporation. So they actually are a company providing banking and trust services for small mid businesses, public agencies, local government operations, individual and southern and mid Atlantic United States. This company seems to be, I mean, based on my research, looks undervalued, but not so much. But it looks solid on my list, which I'm looking to accumulate this stocks. And you need to look the price action. So what I do is I look at the stock name, which is the short name is TFC. I go and put in investing.com, TFC, TFC. And then I look from the price action perspective. So from price action perspective, you see, the price started probably $1 in 1980s. So it's really rallied up to this area. There was a limitation, which is about $45, and it dropped back to $15 range, and it slided higher to 55 level. Now price have made a dip, and again, if the price dropped to this base, $30 or $27, you can start taking positions, and you can double your equities. We'll watch again. I look into the cash flow and liabilities for stocks. Good. Yeah, you have to read all that, and then you have a better hold on the stocks. Okay. So now, coming back to the introduction to order flow clearance and the science behind it. Okay, now let's do a recap what we have studied. What are the strategies that we have studied so far through this webinar program? Okay. Now, if you see, we have studied two things. First is PRA, PRD. Let me write that. PRA, PRD. Then we have learned sniper entry. Okay. So if you see, what is PRA PRD when the market tried, and then yes, and then identifying trending, trending. Okay. So what we have learned, just to a fast recap, PRA PRD when the market dropping, it always forms some resistance, and then you drop and pull back, drop back. So this is the area where a lot of buyers actually defended. A lot of buyers defended, defended, and they could not defend. The price slided lower, and sellers start dominating. They will defend the price. So what we see is market tried to penetrate, failed, tried to penetrate, failed, tried to penetrate, failed, penetrated. We call this penetrated, retest, and once it's dropped below this, we call this drop. So this is PRD, and it's the same application for uptrend where market try to penetrate, fail, try to penetrate, fail, penetrated. So this area is a accumulation of sellers, and this will be buyers. So market retest, advance. So market tried to penetrate, sellers defending, sellers defending, sellers defending. Once penetrated, it retests, and once it's advance above the high, we call advance. So this is one of the strategies I can use to identify opportunities. And for sniper entry, what I say is, for the sniper entry, it's more like good for reversal, where market rally up like this, okay, and if at all it drop massively like this, what you can do is identify this point where there will be a rejection of a wick, and take this wick. The wick shows that a lot of sellers have sold here. So if the price come back to this territory, you go short where it has most potential to drop. And we have recorded some live scalping on an earlier video, so you can watch that for better understanding. And for trending, what we have learned is market create uptrend. We look for the highs must get higher, the lows must get lower. Yeah, higher, sorry. Higher low, higher low, higher high, and higher high. So this is an uptrend sign, and it has more chance for price to go higher. And for downtrend, it's like this, where lows get lower, highs get lower. That's first thing. And then we have learned stop loss hunting also. Stop loss hunting. What is stop loss hunting? Where we see the market rally up like this. It's an indication of uptrend, but sometimes along the way, what they have done is they have rally like this, over here, rally, over, rally. So a lot of people will be short-sighted and will be buying at these areas, and they place their stop loss here. So I've shared with you guys, if you want to take advantage, stop loss 1, stop loss 2, stop loss 3. So let the price come back to 2 to 3, then you buy. So literally stop loss hunting and sniper entry is kind of a matching together, because we will be taking a trade somewhere here, and you'll be taking a trade somewhere here. So somehow you'll fall in that category. This is what we have strategy. Basically, on the strategy we have learned all this. And any questions on this, guys? Anything that you need me to explain? If yes, please comment yes. If no, please, it's okay. Then I'll be carrying on to the OFC. Does it work on the stocks? Okay, I'm reading the stock market, which I see personally stock market has less manipulation, guys, which I will recommend you guys. See, we have accumulated some knowledge about price action, and it's for personally for me, it was so easy for me to predict the thing and place my orders. It works so perfect because there's no manipulation in the stock market. Currency, even you're correct, they'll come sometimes. There'll be a week come and hit your stop loss and go. Even you're doing the stop loss hunting, there'll be still stop loss hunting done to you. So compared to the percentage, if you are trading currency, you need I believe personally you need a bigger capital, and literally a stop loss has to be very far because there's a lot of small movement might really move in one direction immediately. But stock market, I don't think so is possible to happen. But stock market has no leverage, so not as lucrative as forex, because forex we are working on a leverage of 500, 300, 2,000, 1,000. Stocks is like 1-to-1, where you really need to deposit a big money. It's not for small money game, where if you put $25, you can't really trade in stocks. So that's the disadvantage. Okay. So these are the concepts which I want you guys to pick up. Just probably all of you guys can take a snapshot of this. I give you 30 seconds to take a snapshot of this. At least you understand what you have learned before this. Once done, just comment you're done. Okay, since David asked whether it works in the stock market, let's see how it works in the stock market. PRA first, okay? Let's look one by one. Okay. A company which is, okay, look at this. So first, the market tried to break, failed. PRA should work. And penetrated, retest, and they advance. So in fact, if you see one of my Facebook video, I did PRA, PRD. I mean, quite lucrative. I made about 60%. I deposited 300 USD. And then I turned $350 to $450, close to 60% profit just by using PRA, PRD in the stock market. So now the price again tested at the retest area. So this seems to be very clearly working. And the next is what? Second is trending. Let's look at trending. This one, does it work or not? Okay. Let's look at trending. Now trending also works. If PRA, PRD works, trending should work also. You see, this is the high, this is the low, high, low, higher high, higher low, higher high, same low. So you can see the price very clear. So it works in that any stocks or anything. And how about sniper entry, reversal? So reversal, I really did not apply yet, but let's look at the stocks. But I think for stocks, we must look more for buy. Okay. Okay. So it should looks like this. So it must create a lower low, and then all of a sudden it creates a higher high and lower low. Okay, you should look for this area. There should be a wick like this. Then you highlight the wick. When the price come back to this, buy. So if you see over here, I see that price created a W and M pattern secondary here. Okay, correct. So I see the market created lower low and then it spiked higher. So if you highlight this weak area, I'm showing that you asked me whether can we apply in the stock market or not. So this area, the price really defended very well. So you can buy at 330 and you look for this area and you exceed here $370. So you make about $40 over there per share. So if you feel like $300 is very expensive, you can actually go play at the lower, cheaper stocks, then better opportunity. And I see, looks like we can apply the sniper entry knowledge also. And the next one is stop loss hunting. Stop loss hunting things really works here, which let me show you. This stop loss hunting works everywhere. So even this one. I'm anticipating price to see a lot of buyers would have bought. Okay, let me show you the I see someone raising end. Okay, see before the before the crash, the price was going up like this. And everyone thought, wow, this is an uptrend. This is the retest point. This is a retest point. A lot of people will be buying. So there will be one group of buyers waiting to buy at this level. They're waiting to buy at this level for they anticipate this kind of prediction. So their stop loss will be somewhere here. And another group, because the entire momentum started here, another group, they will be placing stop loss here. And another group, like probably they want to place stop loss somewhere here or just slightly over here. So let's take this one. So if we take that into consideration, this will be the second stop loss and the third stop loss will be here. So what you can do is just take a trade between the third and second stop loss. You are always in the safe side. And if you want to take a trade, you should take a trade at the second and third. If you see our previous video, we always mentioned that. And look at the reality. So they came to that. That's where a lot of people are buying here. Yeah, David asking, can we use Fibonacci? Bro, you can use, bro. Everything as a confluence here. As long at the end, are you profitable in buy here and exit here? No, that's the important things. So, okay, let me share with you guys one stocks that I took, which I was very WMC, if you see my Facebook, Western Asset Mortgage. A lot of my colleagues, they said, this downtrend, do not buy. So what I saw is, look at this. The price was $22 plus, and it dropped back. When I look at it, it dropped back to less than $2. And when I look at it, it was $2. Then I thought, hey, this is a good opportunity. So I went into a like lower time frame like H1. Sorry, 30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes. I look at 30 minutes. I actually bought it here and I already exit. So I saw the price was like lower low, lower high, lower low, high, lower low. And this was like a retest point. So it created a new higher high. So once it's created a new higher high compared to this one, then I already decided, okay, this is going to go higher. So what I did, okay, another one more in stocks. I don't think so it's going to retest perfectly in the stock. So when you already start seeing it drop, I think you should buy and then do a dollar cost averaging in this area. Not like currency where it perfectly touch and move, because the liquidity might be another issue which I saw. So I start buy at $2.10. And when I see this kind of a gap, it moved up and I saw there was a key level, I exit over here. So literally $2.10 to $3.50, I made about close to 50% profit on this. I bought 130 shares and when I reach here, I exit. So literally in that single trade, I turned my $300 to 400 something in this single trade, and that within 2-3 days. So look, to me, it's like pretty much very interesting, and I think we can start earning from stock market also, where we can have more diversified portfolio. So you can apply that, and in fact, you see PRA, PRD. Look at this. Market tried to break, failed, penetrated, retest. Can we take a position here? Yes. Drop. And look at this. Market tried to break, failed, penetrated, retest, drop. So looks very clear to me, and I think what you do is look for something that have dropped massively and start rising in pattern. And what you can do is, I think I shared on Facebook. Let me share with you guys. You can go to the investing.com, look for top gainers. Okay, once you click top gainers, look at the stocks. Bitcoin almost made 1,000% today. So let's see the stock. 1,000% in a day. Amazing, amazing. Let's look at the chart. Anyone think Dow Jones can reach 30,000 points? Because I see a lot of posts in Facebook. People are saying that Dow Jones can hit 30,000 anytime soon. You guys see that Dow Jones can hit 30,000? Do you think the market recovering fast? Next year, not now. Okay, look at the stocks. You tell me whether it's worth taking a position in this or not. Probably from 29 cents, it rises to $2.90 in a single day, guys. Single day. Okay, let me show you the chart. I mean, we can start using trading views, which it has a more balanced interactive chart. MCEP. Let's try applying this one. Look at the stock. This is the good stocks which need to look for. Like from $26, it dropped to 29 cents. So how low can the market drop is one thing, but I think they have done splitting, or so that's the reason it dropped. So don't look at this and go buy because it's reaching the resistance area, retest point. So it can drop, but when it starts rising, these are the stocks that within a day we can go in and make a profit and exit. So I see a good opportunity where we can position ourselves and make a lot of profit. Okay. Oil, right? Yeah. So related to oil, yes. Okay. So coming back to our slide. Okay. So these are the things that we have learned so far. Now, what I'm going to teach you guys for order flow clearance, what's the science behind it? Wow, it's already 9:52. I think we have. Okay, I want to get some input. How many of you guys want our session to be like from next week onward? I think 1 hour is not enough because I'm covering the stock market. We're going to discuss more charts and everything. Can we? My fault. Yeah. So from next week onward, we're going to start our session at 8:45 and finish at 10 o'clock. Is that okay with you guys? Additional 15 minutes. How many of you guys okay with that? Additional 15 minutes. Just comment, okay, 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 yes, 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 yes. Okay, good. Boleh lah. Boleh, good, good. So, okay, order flow clearance. I'm going to just give you an introduction, but I'll cover next week more because the whole month, your son, okay, yeah, it's kacau me a lot, bro. So the concept is in the currency market or any market, there's actually a accumulation of a lot of sellers in certain places. Like let's say there'll be sellers and there'll be accumulation of buy orders somewhere here and over here. So when the market moves, when the market reach this level, it rejects, 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 rejects. So when there's so much of rejection, this gives a sign that the sellers are very strong and buyers will become defensive. And you can see buyers also defending this area. So if the sellers push the buyers to a lower territory and buyers might be just triggered and get offensive, they might gather up all their strength to push through the market. So those traders who sold here are stuck, are stuck, and they will be given a chance to close their trades. So we have to identify where is the cluster of sellers, stuck. So I will speak more this next week. So once you identify the cluster of sellers who stuck, most of the time those who even bought here, they will be taking a profit taking here. Profit taking. So once they took profit taking, the price will drop slowly to this area, and the cluster of sellers who stuck are given a chance to exit their trade, and the price will rally up again. So this is the concept of it. I'll give you more how to identify on a higher time frame and place your trade. So that will be next week. So what I want to share with you guys. So just to recap what we have studied today, where we're officially going to increase our session to 8:45 to 10 p.m. and I'll update the portal. And the portal will be, I think, another 1 or 2 weeks should be updated, or end of the month. Just give your time on the end of the month. And we covered that more Chinese stocks, more Chinese dominant stocks control going to take place. And I believe a lot of people are going to marry to Chinese, and they're going to spread throughout the world. Okay. And second is automate business and scalable business going to boom. And IT technology related and work from home going to boom. Airlines going to drop. E-hailing business and online things going to boom. Governments investing massively on healthcare and startups going to boom, and trust in the local government's going to increase. Social change, where I mean, literally, I think we're going to start start to appreciate, the time. In fact, myself, when I was small, I used to play carom, but I think past 20 years we never really played carom. But now during this lockdown, I'm spending time to kill the time. Yeah, we're playing the carom and other board games, which I think I feel like a good reflection of what my childhood memories. So I believe those of you guys will be experiencing the same thing, and more environmental friendly, and homeschooling going to boom. And we have learned 4 strategy that we have recapped. First is PRA, PRD, higher low, sniper entry, and a stop loss hunting. And I just shared an introduction to order flow clearance, which I'll be introducing more on the next week following class. And those who, I think a lot of our price action students over here, guys, I really want to, if you see past 6 months ago, we shift everything to online. This will be added value to all my price session students who have attended my boot camp for free of charge. This session is going to start on 18 April. I will update in our Holy Grail group, which I'll be giving the link. So the 6 hours, my son is indicating that stand up. Okay. So I'll be updating, I'll be guiding you guys, diagnose the trader, how to read the statement, stop loss hunting, key level, order flow clearance, confluence with the struggling point, which I think many of you guys don't know the struggling point, where how we look the opportunity in the line chart and simplify the entire trading model, and 25 practice workbook. This is actually 9 session, 18 hours, but I'm going to condense this for 15 packs. So I want all my bootcamp students who are in this webinar series. Okay, let me read their name. Bro, I'm exploring. Okay, David asked me, and which broker can use to buy stocks? Does it have stock? Okay, I'm using a few brokers at the moment. One is Interactive Broker. The fee is very expensive. To tell you guys, it's very expensive. And you want to play a small, I think you will get slaughtered. There's no swap, but I mean the broker that I use. And there's another good Trade Go, which seems to be like you can buy, accumulate one stocks, but you can't do really trading on that platform. It's just for you to experience stocks. Yes, Rakuten is for Malaysian stocks. Yes, you can use that. So these are the opportunities which I'm going to share. So on Saturday, from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m., 3 hours I'll cover, and then we will give a break 1 hour. And then from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m., I'll be covering the rest, because the other part of the world, like Pakistan and India, there'll be people attending the course. So I need to cover the timing. So those who are in our group, I will give you an invitation. I want you guys to participate. It's going to be a fast and good recap for you guys. And if you have any friends who feel like they want to take advantage of this personal coaching session, just take a snapshot, ask them to contact me at 018-222-4013. Okay, so it's 10 o'clock, and I'll stop